Continues to expand in the Wichita Metro. The next big project we'll see will be Kellogg moving to 6 lanes from K96 to Andover. Today 12 News reporter Brock Wilson talked to the city of Andover about that project. He's live with some details about why the city is so excited. Brock?
Rachel, years from now, traffic will no longer be forced to stop for sometimes several minutes. At this stoplight at Kellogg and 143rd, it will instead be able to flow seamlessly from K96 all the way into Andover. Now, the city of Andover says one of the big reasons why it's so excited about this project is traffic safety. If you travel along Kellogg between Andover and K96, having to wait at 143rd Street for sometimes minutes at a time.
All of the traffic lights will be removed on Kellogg.
But once this project is complete, traffic will be able to flow from Andover into Wichita much easier.
The flow of traffic will be seamless on a freeway, all the way over to 119th Street on the west side.
Andover Director of Community Development Les Mangus says not only will traffic flow seamlessly, Kellogg will be much safer.
And with safety comes reliability. Right now there are a lot of accidents. 143rd Street, 159th Street, Andover Road, which slows down traffic and oftentimes creates other crashes.
People that travel Kellogg daily are very familiar with the congestion.
It gets very congested, especially if you're coming from the west, coming to the east at quitting time at 4 o'clock, 4:30. You can be stuck here for 10 or 15 minutes.
Ron Williamson lives in Douglas and says he looks forward to the finished product, but he's worried about what the construction will be like.
It's going to be an absolute mess there while they're working on this. Yeah, I'll probably take a different route.
But once the project is done, drivers can expect a much better experience between Andover and Wichita.
Getting to Andover without having to make these 3 stops here would be good.
This freeway will make it just that much more convenient for folks to travel back and forth to school, work, and to do shopping.
Mangus says construction is still several years down the road. At this point, the project has been cleared from an environmental standpoint. So right now, it's in the engineering phase. Once it clears that hurdle, the Kansas Department of Transportation will release more information about the construction timeline. Rachel?